And we're going again. We have just seen the New Moon.
We are more inebriated.
And I expect...
The movie that doesn't need to exist.
And I expect that the third time we come back to this, we're going to have the light on because the sun will have gone down. But yeah. That movie was entirely pointless. That movie could have been a very brief subplot in the first film, like 10 minutes.
Seriously.
So, Jacob has joined a cult, and now he's a werewolf, and he's angry and shitty.
Why did he call them a cult?
Because if you see a bunch of good-looking guys without their shirts on, it's easier to say that they're a cult.
You don't assume that. You assume that they're having sex.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm kind of drunk.
I have Fentimans Cherry Tree Cola.
Well, maybe part of the reason why, because Jacob is supposed to be all sweet and innocent and stupid in the beginning. Is this going to be like the pickled onion chips?
No, it's actually okay.
She made me eat pickled onion chips.
Yum. Monster Munch. If you're from the UK or Ireland, you know what I'm talking about.
And you probably dislike it.
All Americans hate it. You're not having it because you're sick. You know?
He's sick.
Less sick than you.
But, so, Bella's boyfriend runs away to hide.
And
because
she's so
the Collins have been there for too long and people have started to notice that they're not.
And also she gets a paper cut and starts bleeding like she's been stabbed.
So Edward's solution to this is to throw her into a wall full of sharp things.
Making her bleed more.
Yeah, they're all like, oh, my dad is supposed to be 10 years younger than he or older than he looks, and it's... Did they never see people like, let me see, Raquel Welch was very young looking until she, you know, was like 90. Priscilla Presley, Leslie Nielsen, Cliff Richard.
Can't he just like do stuff like dye his hair gray?
Thingy from the Matrix.
Elizabeth Sladen. Ozzie Davis when he was in Bubba Hotep was about 85. He did not look 85. He looked like he was in his 60s. Some people just age.
Keanu Reeves hasn't aged in the last 30 years.
Keanu Reeves isn't
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, Johnny Depp.
Some people just don't age.
And it's also, there are ways to make it look like you've aged without having to get up and move.
I think that was just an excuse so they can go off.
They get up and move, and Bella's reaction to he's not around anymore is to sit staring out a window for 3 fucking months.
Well, she has to move.
Then take up self-harm.
Well, not self-harm. First she takes up motorcycling.
She gives self-harm a bad name.
Sure, she takes up, what is it? Oh yeah, going past the place where Edward rescued her from being raped and made it all about himself, and trying to get one of the guys to rape her.
No, please, don't do it.
A little too left.
It's dangerous.
A little to the left.
Oh no, wrong hole, other one.
See, I was just thinking that, okay, was that her having visions, or was that her sort of briefly being connected with Edward's mind?
I think it was her briefly being, I don't know, honestly.
It's hallucinations.
So she's insane as well as racist.
She was already insane.
Why does that keep happening?
She's racist.
Because.
But.
Well,
so,
Stephanie Meyer's racist, so.
And Alice, she actually does the pretty safe, okay thing of cliff diving, although she thinks she's a werewolf because she can jump off the same place that they're jumping off. But Alice sees her jumping off a cliff in her brain and assumes she's dead. Alice tells Edward, hey, I saw Bella jump off a cliff. Edward's like, you must be dead then, even though all of the visions you see are multiple futures.
And the way he goes to the bigwig vampire council and was like,
kill me! Kill me!
No.
Oh.
And then they don't. So he decides to expose himself in front of all the humans. So they'll have to kill him for being a vampire. But here's the problem. Apparently this, you know, if he wants to expose himself as a vampire, why do it in the middle of a small Italian town where everyone's wearing a red cape? Because, you know, these people are already going to be, like, semi-culturally insane anyway. Plus,
it's in the middle of a festival that celebrates the getting rid of the vampires in this small town.
So that means these people already know vampires exist. This isn't exposing yourself to it. It's like, and why are they celebrating getting rid of the vampires? Because the vampires are still there and being led by Michael
Yeah. Tell me in a quiet part of the movie. I'm doing nothing. I'm paying attention to the movie and noodling around on my laptop. Stop doing that, you motherfucker! I will shove burning snails up your nose.
Dude,
how do you set fire to a snail without some serious, like, petrol or something?
Dude, I'm like, so depressed.
You're
off a cliff.
And is she dead? How do you know this?
My sister's happened in her brain.
Oh, how excellent! And you want us to kill you?
Yes, please.
No, because you're telepathic. Except your telepathy is different from mine, because I don't have to touch people. Ooh, ha, no, I'm not going to kill you.
Oh, I'll strip off in a crowd of people.
You do that, and then I'll kill you.
Okay.
Basically. And then she...
Okay, everyone else is either they're paid to or deliberately just being all like,
This is a serious movie.
I don't want to be in this. I'm really quite depressed
Sure.
about that.
And
Well,
Michael Sheen's like...
Michael Sheen's like, I don't give a fuck!
Now, what are we going to do with you?
We already know what we're gonna do with her, boss. We're gonna kill her.
Oh, yes, let's get the killing underway.
That performance would only have been made better if he was played by Nicolas Cage not giving a fuck.
Oh god, yes.
Or David Bowie out of Labyrinth.
Michael Sheen could play David Bowie out of Labyrinth. Michael Sheen was he pretty much played David Bowie in Tron 2. Tron harder and worser.
Oh, I do say, Alice, you said you have a vision. Why didn't you bring this up earlier? Well, that's a very stupid thing to do, Alice.
What is the evil woman, blonde woman?
Rosalie.
Jean.
No,
The little girl?
Victoria.
This is the problem. They're all
white, cis-sexual, blonde, and evil.
They all look the same.
No, there's the little girl, and she's shorter.
The one who was dating Chris Hemsworth in the first one, who died.
That's Victoria.
Rosalie.
She's red. She's a
Yeah, she's redhead now. She
was always redhead.
What was her power?
Oh,
We don't know yet.
She's just powerful.
Because right now,
Not all vampires have powers.
because right now what I'm thinking is, since she gets recast in the third movie, so her power is that she has very, very, very slow, shape changing.
Or maybe we just send her out after Bella for the crack. Made up the whole plot.
You sound like Alistair.
Oh, my lord, the best whimsical play of the season.
Everyone would play that, it's like, I love you, Edward.
Bella, I'm getting worried. You disappear all the time, and I'm your father.
You're in danger!
I don't think you should be hanging out with the vampires, Bella.
I'm slapping your knee, not my knee.
I'm a werewolf now.
We just made this movie so much better.
I see a vision
of
the future.
Michael Sheen, playing this, he was the leader of the vampires and he was the leader of the werewolves and underworld, and both of these are, needlessly existing, long-running, terrible supernatural series. I want to see Michael Sheen versus Michael Sheen in a versus fight to the death.
Yo, hard with your brain.
I can't.
Excellent.
Maybe, okay, Bella can't be,
I think Bella might just be immune to powers, because it mentions, I was reading because I'm that much of a dork, I was reading the TV tropes page on, Twilight while reading it. Why are you looking at me like that?
No, Bella is immune to powers, that's the thing.
She's immune to all powers.
That's why.
But whenever she becomes a vampire, she makes everybody else immune to all powers too, in a force field.
The fuck? What is this, Charmed?
Also, she has the best self-control ever.
Well, what I'm thinking is that maybe
And she
that's
has a
why
perfect
the future visions are all flawed, because the woman her powers aren't working properly on Bella.
Or, as she explained earlier, she sees potential futures as people.
Yeah, that's probably what they're intending, but this would actually fit in with the other things.
Or it's just more.
This movie shouldn't exist. Chris Weitz, I think you're the guy who did American Pie. Fuck you. You shouldn't have done this.
Yeah, it's just...
A long, long time ago.
You can
I
still
can still
remember.
The whole damn movie just feels...
Well, we said they'd get less coherent.
This is gonna get worse, guys.
Yes! They're
Well,
gonna get as drunk as I am.
actually, I think this is one of the low points in the series, so maybe this is gonna get...
Yeah, it's like, first one, this one, which is actually, it's...
It's not even bad so much as it's just pointless.
It has no reason to exist.
It scraped through the bottom of the barrel and drank heavily from the cesspit below.
The entire point is, I can't survive without you, Edward. I'm gonna hurt myself. I'm a werewolf now. And then, Bella, I know that all you really want in life is to be a vampire. So I'm going to force you to marry me. Marry me and I'll turn you, Bella. This isn't forcing you into anything at all.
I don't want to.
Jacob,
I do not want to marry you because that is a great life-changing decision, but make me a vampire.
Jacob started out as sort of like a twinkie, fey gay guy. Now he's suddenly a hard gay.
He has abs you could drop quarters off.
He's a hard gay in the hard gay club, and they probably fuck.
And
They are wolves. Wolves fuck each other.
And I don't know if you watched this, honey, but I wasn't impressed with the werewolf animation. I know you like the werewolf animation. I believe you described it in the movie as, 5 minutes of the world's greatest werewolf transformation animation wrapped around a 90-minute feminine hygiene commercial. But I'm seeing the second part of your comment, not seeing the first. It's like,
Also, the vampire
should
fight.
have used real wolves and used forced perspective.
The vampire fights are really starting to annoy me. It's like the shooting from 300 taken to its worst degree. They're like, we are blurry, then we're super raw. Blurry, super.
At least there wasn't more of that shitty wire fighting.
What I would like to do, and I had this idea for a fight scene involving a vampire and a bunch of soldiers, where you see the fight scene happening. It happens in 2 speeds like that. But what happens is...
No, it's happening in 3 speeds. It only needed to have 2, but it had 3.
Well, the idea is that you would have the vampire, you would see part of the fight in the speed of the vampire. So the vampire is, sort of rushing and, they're moving like a normal human would. And then so they punch a person, and then the person moves very slowly away, and then they sort of go around and they kill someone else. And then we cut to the human speed, so it's like they fly away fast and the vampire's going really fast, and then cut to the vampire speed and they do something and then that's really slow because the vampire's moving like 15 times faster.
That sounds really cool.
See, but the problem with
it's really obvious if you think about it.
The problem with the way that this one did it, they had super slow motion, which was really badly done wires, then polystyrene benches being... It was like WWE, but this at the normal speed they had the vampire just replaced by CGI blurry lines.
And if the oh yeah, suddenly, continuity bitch here, suddenly the vampires can't be seen in mirrors. Previously they could.
Yeah, they even put all the vampires in a giant ballet studio filled with mirrors.
In the first film.
I made a plot point out of she not being able to tell which one was the real one.
Yeah, they also got like Edward's head getting smacked off marble and shattering through marble, and all gets is a slight crack in his cheek. And now, as I understand it, the vampires in this are made of like statue and shit.
And apparently the reason they sparkle is because their skin turns to diamonds.
Yeah, so they're very, very... So.
But then how do they walk?
Like this.
Yeah, if you shatter through marble, then it must be harder than things.
I would just like to explain to all of the non-scientists in the audience, diamond is hard as fuck, and it's sharp as fuck. You smash diamond with a normal hammer, it'll go everywhere.
The diamond or the hammer?
Tensile strength. The diamond. If you
it's
put
really
diamond,
brittle, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really brittle. You put diamond in an oven for half an hour and it will be gone. It will turn into gas.
That sounds like a fascinating, though terribly pointless experiment to do.
We did that in science class in high school.
I wonder if you breathe in the diamond, would you get like superpowers? You turn into like diamond human?
No, it would be like breathing asbestos.
You'd be like, and then suddenly your skin turns to diamonds and you're really strong and you're like,
no, it would be like, and
life
suddenly you're
cry.
coughing up blood from all the little tiny sharp shards.
It's like in, have you seen the anime Speedgrapher?
Yes.
They've seen
You're Collins.
Well, anyway, in Speedgrapher, it's about people who get powers based on their fetishes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
It's strange. But there was one woman who had this thing for diamonds. Like, she bit off somebody's finger because she wanted a diamond ring. And she got turned into a diamond.
Did she...
She was pure diamond.
Maybe able to move?
Yeah, but this was also a thing where there was a guy with a dentistry fetish who gained tentacle things like Dr. Octopus with all the different dentist drills at the end of it, so...
Mr. Shine, he diamond.
Mr. Shine, him diamond.
Say
Sounds...
Mr. Shine.
Him diamond.
Sounds crazy.
Can
Shine on, you crazy diamond reference, Pink Floyd.
We're referencing Terry Pratchett. +10 to any of y'all who get that.
Michael Sheen would make a decent 12th Doctor. He is eccentric, and he's actually quite a chameleon. He's a mixture of...
He can look a lot of different ways.
Yeah, first films, a few, like 3 or 4 films I saw him, I didn't even realize it was the same actor. he has a tendency now just to ham it up, sort of Nick Cage style, but he'd be quite good because, you know, last night you hear about the thing?
What thing?
Matt Smith and Mousy was leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, actually, when we were recording Lesbian Talk last night, I actually read about this, so I sort of announced it in mid-podcast. But, you know, it's not going to be up for like over a week, so it's like what the old news.
We're rambling, but guys, we always ramble in these vlogs. But there's just
It's
nothing to
Twilight,
say about
what's
this
there to
movie.
talk about?
This is a pointless movie.
It was shit, misogynistic. It was bathed in rape culture. It's teaching young girls that the best thing to do if they get dumped is to completely shut down mentally and physically and lose all their friends.
And it was boring.
It was shite.
Like it's not even like good shit. Like the first movie, bits of it, you're just sitting there and you're laughing because it's stupid. In this movie, you're just like, can we get on with it, guys?
Yeah, I had to go and make a phone call halfway through, and I was gone for about 5 minutes. I came back in and said, "Has anything happened?" And they said no.
And plus they had a waste of the generic always plays Native American guys in movies. I think it's Graham Greene or something. He was in like Maverick. He was the guy in Maverick who was pretending to be all the stereotypical Native American and fucked over the Russian guy. Him. He leads a year and he's like, "Hey, I've totally replaced the wheelchair guy that your dad's fucking."
Except he didn't
and
replace
then he
wheelchairs.
dies.
Except he didn't replace wheelchair guy that her dad's fucking because of the fact that he shows up.
He didn't know he's replaced him as his best friend.
Oh.
Apparently it
Oh.
was too difficult to get the wheelchair up the fucking stairs.
Oh, you can't go fishing with a guy in a wheelchair. Oh,
And by
also,
go fishing, you mean
also super generic guy. It's like, we don't. Then he's going fishing with his new best friend. It's like, it's okay, Bella. I can stay here. We don't have to go fishing. He's just like, yeah, we do, Charlie. We're going fishing. It's like, okay, you're definitely his top.
Maybe we're just perverts. Have you thought of that, dear?
No.
This movie is even more racist because, you know, somehow due to the makeup in this, people are even whiter. You know, even the black guy is white.
Yes.
Shovel face and white face and brown body.
This is
Well,
true.
or at
They
least-
forgot stuff there.
Although, apparently, I think it's actually canon that when you get venomed or when you get vampirified, whatever,
Vampirized.
when they bite you and do the thing,
Embraced. It's the term from Vampire Masquerade.
You get embraced. I get embraced all the time. Oh god, my glasses.
sorry, dear.
I have a
Anyway,
copy
what were you
of
saying?
Kindred. I have a copy of Kindred the Embraced on DVD.
Anyway,
Whenever you get
Vampire
embraced-
9210.
when you get turned into a vampire, apparently you lose all of the melanoma from your skin. Not melanoma. Not melanoma.
I think you mean melanoma.
What?
You need to drink more.
Why?
So you make sense by accident.
What?
No, in this movie, whenever you get bitten and turned into a vampire, you get a little tiny white scar that you can really see in direct sunlight or under a microscope. And only other vampires can see this little scar. Apart from Bella's, because you know it's a human scar. But for some reason vampires heal even though they're made out of marble. And they're very, very cold. And werewolves are very, very warm. And this is just stupid symbolism. And in this one we had Shakespeare everywhere. Last one it was fucking...
Yeah, she was all like, they had a bunch, you had Romeo and Juliet and stuff, but you also, whenever she
There was
was
the Hamlet poster behind her.
yeah, when she was spinning and being depressed, was like, oh look, this is
Hamlet.
Hamlet, because that's a tragedy, and the black guy, I'm sorry, the black guy, he was
The
fine.
only black guy in the damn...
I actually thought, I quite liked him in the first one, and he was still quite likable in this.
He made sense. He's like a character who has his own motives. He's not just, I am generically bad.
He's just like, okay...
The only problem is with the makeup. In the first one, okay, fine.
He was black and had smooth skin.
And that's fine. But in this one, it's like, dude, you look diseased.
He looks like... No, he looks like a person who was black, who then got dunked in bleach.
Or dusted, or covered in dust or something. It's like...
I liked his motives though. In the first one it was all like, yeah, I'm sick of this bullshit.
These guys are crazy.
I thought he was the leader of those three.
He wasn't... I think it wasn't so much as their leader as they were just three people together.
Yeah, they just happened to be together.
Well, no, the guy who looked like Chris Hemsworth with Victoria was totally subservient to her. But...
She
Yeah,
was his top.
I got the feeling those three were... he was the leader.
I liked his
But not in
idea.
this one.
In this one his idea was, you know, Victoria is going to come and Victoria is going to eat you. So, I'll eat you faster. That way you won't get tortured. You're gonna get eaten one way or the other by the Cullens, Victoria, or myself. I'll make it quick.
And apparently, like, Bella is utmost amazing deliciousness galore. So everybody's like, oh my god, you smell so good, I want to eat you.
Her blood smells like chocolate wrapped penis that shoots money.
And then there wasn't a baseball in this one. You know, whenever a film doesn't stop for like 10 minutes for no reason at all to play what is apparently baseball, even though it doesn't really look like it.
Why was he sliding into second base? The ball was way outfield. There was no reason for him to slide.
How is it that even though they have to...
There's no point to the movie when that doesn't happen.
They play baseball, and apparently they play baseball so hard that they have to have a thunderstorm so people don't think that the cracks... Why do their bats not just shatter?
They cork them. They're cheating. You don't know the practice of corking a bat?
No.
Why am I telling you the American way baseball?
Why the fuck would I care about sports other than ogling the cute guys?
A baseball bat, if you cut the top off it, get a big long drill out the entire centre of it and fill it up with cork instead, and then you glue the top back on, give it a sand and a repolish so it looks normal. That's called corking a bat. It's cheating because it makes the bat 100 times more flexible and a lot less likely to shatter, and there were a lot of people banned from baseball for doing this.
Oh. Well... Oh.
I've seen Battlefield Baseball and its sequel, and they have more to do with more to do with baseball than.
What are you testing?
They got more to do with actual baseball than what
Robyn,
happened
what are
in
you
the last film.
Sorry, it's not working. I can't reach off screen.
Battlefield Baseball 2, there's a main character who just constantly
the power
reaches
to
off
just reach off
screen
screen and come
and
back with a cigarette.
that's lit. No matter where he is, it's rather amusing.
In prison, in somebody's office, just
If he's in his bedroom by himself?
out in the middle of a baseball field.
Yeah, it's just off screen. Actually, let's.
That's what.
Let's wrap it up.
No. Give me no. Wait, you have to roll them. Okay. I was gonna. We could imitate it. I got an idea. Okay. Wow!
It's like that with cigarettes. They just obviously had somebody behind the camera handling them to him.
No, I choose to believe he has the magic power.
So do I, and I want that magic power.
Yeah, the sequel's not called Battlefield Baseball 2, by the way. It's called Dead
Ball.
Dead Ball. That's it. And
it's almost nothing to do with the first one.
Newman shouldn't exist. I'm guessing the next one shouldn't exist either. And then the last two were directed by Bill Condon and Son.
Oh,
I am disappointed.
No, you're gonna hate the last one.
You directed God and Monsters. We gotta talk. Your mother and I are very worried.
The last one, you're gonna hate it because it almost gets it so right, and then it ruins it.
What, Twilight?
Yeah.
Oh god, we get to see the vampire C-section.
Yeah.
He chews the baby out of her.
But that is for another vlog, which is going to be in like 2 hours for us.
No, that's going to be in like 4 hours for us, because that's in the second...
Oh,
we've still got Eclipse to go through.
And food to eat. But anyway.
We can get the food soon.
No, after the next one's our set.
Well, that's my idea, but it's Sunday, and that'll be coming up to 9 o'clock. When do you think places will close?
I don't know, we should find out.
Okay, let's...
That's
See you later!
All right.
Goodbye!